I'm genuinely confused why 50 Cent is trying so hard to bring Drake back from this loss to Kendrick.
Fifth, right here. One more.
What up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps. I appreciate you, gang. Listen, I don't understand what's going on. 50 Cent has been supporting Drake throughout this entire beef. And the more you look at it, it is obviously clear that Drake and 50 have some kind of connection, but I'm not sure what it is. Ever since this, even before this thing started, 50 was saying that Drake beat Meek Mill back when that battle hadn't even ended yet, right? He was supporting Drake during the Meek Mill beef. He was supporting Drake throughout the entire Kendrick beef. He was saying Kendrick's songs were too long, and then when Drake did it, it was okay, right? And then he was like, when Drake would drop, he would be like, oh yeah, your light-skinned dude is smoking you. And then when Kendrick would drop, he would be like, oh wait, I'm behind. I got to go check on what's going on with the beef. I don't know what's actually going on. We've been seeing mad weirdo stuff from 50 Cent. 50's my guy. I rock with 50, right? Just because the anti-hero, the villain persona that he brings to the table. But at the same time, let's just be fair. 50 has been really leaning Drake, even when it was not even close, right? I don't know why. Somebody can tell me. He just took the picture up in Toronto saying that he added him Champagne Poppy. They gonna do some business, probably on some movie side or TV side. And he also went up to Toronto and performed and was telling the crowd, thank you for supporting me. You guys kick Rick Ross' ass. Thank you for showing me the love that you didn't show him. Just on some, that's my enemy. I hate him and I'm just going to make fun of him type of stuff, right? It's one thing to say, okay, he hates Rick Ross. That's okay. But at the same time, where are you standing with this Kendrick thing? He just made a quote right now. It's a whole article where he gave a whole 2 paragraphs of how Drake did not lose this battle. In what world did Drake not lose this battle? He said, I don't see this as a effing loss. I don't see this as a loss. In what world is 50 living in that this ain't a loss? See, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, the only guy could save Drake, literally the only rapper on earth. There is not a rapper on earth that could save Drake but 50 Cent. I'll wait in the comments. You tell me, what rapper could Drake align with right now? Because Drake is low-key cooked. Let's just be honest. Right? Remember back in the day when you got beat up by a bully? Well, I ain't never get beat up by a bully. But remember when you get beat up and you had to like low-key chill for a little bit? Because if you came back outside, he was going to beat you up again. So you let the heat die down. You just stayed inside. I don't really relate to that. But let's just say this happened, right? Or I know what I can relate to, when guys come to beat you up and it's more of them than you and you got to be on the lookout for a little while, right? I think that Drake is on the low key right now. He's on the lookout. He's falling back. He's going to parties. He's just being very quiet. He's not making any music, not making any songs. You're not hearing any. We got the, after BBL Drizzy, we got the one goofy song, Wagwan Delilah, and that was about it. And we got the Camila Cabello verse release, which didn't do nothing, didn't even crack the top 100. And I think she probably had that verse for a while and decided that that's probably the only verse he cleared to go through. Everything else got stopped. They was like cease and desist on everything else. So I'm like, Drake is being low-key quiet because he really trying to get, allegedly trying to get back in album mode and try to focus and yada, yada, yada. But I feel like there's nothing to say right now. There is absolutely nothing to say right now because everything he says is going to be over-scrutinized, it's going to be overly processed. Every word he says is going to be overly dissected and just unbelievably picked apart, even if it's the most basic verse. So right now he's not dropping anything. He's letting the heat die down. And with that being said, that's called hiding out. I'm just gonna be honest. Drake is hiding out low key. I'm not gonna say it's from Kendrick. It's from everybody. It's the fans, and he's starting to slowly make fun of, like, not make fun of, but like kind of play into the joke. He just put a meme up saying, what was it? When they had fake Drake dancing, and he put the meme up of fake Drake, the little shot of it, and he said, what was he said? Something from the Not Like Us. I can't even remember what he said, right? Oh, sometimes you gotta pop out, right? Sometimes you gotta pop out. So he's kind of toying with it, but he's still laying low. He's not doing nothing musically. We've never seen this guy this quiet musically. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So right now, the best thing for Drake to do is to lay low, in his opinion, and probably the people that's around him. But 50 Cent is not laying low. And 50 Cent, I'm gonna tell you what people don't know. 50 Cent, well, I'm not gonna say you don't know, but 50 is smart. And 50 is seeing this as an opportunity to be like, yo, I can get in good with this dude. We already in good with him. But he's looking at it like right now he down. So right now I can sit down with him and get whatever cooking off the table, and we can start making a little noise, right? Because 50 thinks like this. First of all, if there's drama, he want to be in the middle of it, right? He inserted himself. He didn't make no diss records like The Game tried to do and try to insert himself like Rick Ross. He inserted himself in a different way by throwing his support to Drake. Therefore, you got to think, nobody but Lil Yachty was really coming out speaking about Drake. Nobody was showing Drake love but Yachty. Let's just be honest. There was none of these, you ain't hear nothing. What 21 say? This one's my boy and that was my boy. I'm staying out of it, basically, right? None of these dudes really came out and supported Drake. And when you look back at 50's history, he really was supporting Drake throughout this entire battle. Verbally and vocally. So he's been playing that card for quite some time. I don't know why you would go against Kendrick in this battle, because Kendrick, like you said, is the culture, but 50 never really goes with that. This is the culture. You got to think, 50 went against Jay when Jay was at his prime. 50 went against Kanye, right? When Ye was in his prime. Like when Ye was in his prime, I think it was the third or fourth album. Ye was in his prime, went up against 50 Cent. When the whole culture was riding with Kanye, 50 was like, nah, F that dude. I'm going to beat him. So he never played the safe route. He never went where everything was supposed to flow. You just go, he's not a go with the flow type of dude. But I think it's a little bit deeper than that, right? I think that he not only is showing him love to just get on his good side and yada, yada, yada. I think 50 loves playing this villain role. And I think there's also a little something to be said about his relationship with Kendrick. I don't know if there is one, right? I have no idea what's going on. Now, I heard he's great friends with, is it Punch? He's great friends with one of the TDE guys, right? But that's not enough. For whatever reason, that's not enough. I don't understand why he's putting everything. He doesn't have, he could be like most of us, not with most of them, the people in the spotlight that have bigger careers to deal with. They're being quiet about this battle. You don't have a lot of mainstream or national artists. Even Snoop wouldn't straight up come out and say nothing directly against Drake, right? So a lot of these guys aren't really saying what they really feel behind closed doors. 50 is putting his nose out there, right? But you got to ask yourself why. Now, I think that 50 is the only one that could save Drake, literally. No one else could. Nas couldn't save Drake right now. Jay-Z couldn't save Drake right now. Dr. Dre, nobody could come out and support a Drake literally and bring his career back but 50. And I'm going to tell you why. Because 50 has the respect on both sides. The people that love him and hate him both respect him, right? 50 has never, ever, ever fallen off because he reinvents himself. He plays in a different lane than a lot of these rappers do. At the height of his canceling, when they try to cancel him, that's when he doubles down, triples down. He's never, I think maybe once this guy apologized, maybe once. And I'm giving him benefit of the doubt. He don't apologize. He don't double back on his word. He stands on whatever it is. And by him doing that, he's garnered a level of respect. I feel like he's coming to the rescue for Drake for multiple reasons. For business reasons, for my enemy is your enemy, the thing with Rick Ross and whoever else he don't like in that situation, right? I feel like he sees where this thing is going to end up. It's going to die out and Drake is going to come back to a degree. But I also think that he's taken a liking to Drake in a weird way, not just for his success. He just really genuinely has clicked with this guy because they're two opposite of this. They're not the same in any kind of, their stories don't match up. They are not the same. They don't think the same. They don't do the same stuff. 50 Cent's story is the complete opposite of what Drake's story is. So I really don't understand the connection, but he somehow, beyond everything else, has connected with Drake in a real way. Dead ass. This is not an industry thing. This is not a thing where, oh, he's mad cool, I'm going to use him, try to get some money out of him. No, I think he genuinely has connected with Drake. We've seen them partying together. He really has an affinity. And I'm going to tell you something, in the hood, right? I'm going to tell you something in the hood. And I've been there many times, and I've learned a lot of things about how to move in the hood. And one of the things in the hood, if you can make the hardest dudes, the scariest dudes, the thuggish dudes on the block, if you can build a connection with them, they'll protect you to the death. If they see something in your eyes that they really think you're a genuine person, I think 50 really thinks he's a genuine person. He just genuinely likes this guy. I don't think he has a problem with Kendrick or TDE or none of that. I just think he's a loyal guy. I like Drake. He just likes him, bro. And I think he's decided, that's my man. He's not going to go down on my watch. So he's thinking of stuff to do with him. Thinking of, I could do a movie, I could do a TV show, da-da-da. He's thinking of stuff why he don't need Drake for nothing. Not TV-wise. So he's cooking this up because I think he genuinely just really likes Drake, low-key. I think they got a connection, some kind of bond, bro. So he's going to stick his neck out there, and who's really going to do anything about it? Who's going to say something? Let's be honest. Other than a little, maybe a jab from Ja Rule or a little slick or Irv Gotti mention, who's going to really go at 50 for siding with Drake? Kendrick not going to go at 50. He's not going to go at 50. Game not going to go at 50. Game could say this and that and the third, but he's not going to go at 50. That ship is over. It won't make no sense to him right now. So who's going to go at 50? Nobody. 50 has a level of respect we have not seen in hip hop in a very long time. And his level of respect it's almost a Tupac level, but in a weird way, right? It's a Tupac level where they either really, really rock with what he do or they excuse what he does. So even if he does something ridiculous, they'll be like, you know what? That's just 50. That's just 50. That's respect. So it's like the simple fact, 50 is the only one that could put Drake on his back right now. There's nobody, everybody else would get crucified. I'm just gonna be honest. Name a rapper that won't get crucified for trying to do business with Drake right now. Name him. Name a big rapper that can go do business with Drake and not get a swarm of absolute hate on their back right now. None of them. But 50. I think 50 is the only rapper that can save Drake. I think Drake really is in some trouble because what he really supposed to do, in my opinion, he's supposed to be dropping music right now. Not waiting on the perfect beat, waiting on the perfect track. Drake should have already dropped 5, 6, 7 joints. Because right now, all they're doing is talking about how big this next thing got to be. And now that next thing got to be so big, it's not going to be able to surmount what the expectations are. This next record he dropped got to come out the gate doing 550,000. It got to go #1. It got to be ridiculous for them to say Drake is back. Anything short of astronomical, they're going to say his career is washed up. He shouldn't let it get to that. It's like Cardi B with she won't drop an album. She keeps dropping songs. So you know what I'm saying? She's feeding her fans. Drake should have been dropping songs. Just letting the songs do what they do, in my opinion. Just drop the music. Get the focus off of this Not Like Us record. Just keep dropping. Just drop rap mad songs, but he's not doing that because the career's in trouble. They're trying to regroup, find a perfect beat, find a perfect song, see who really gonna rock with him, see who don't rock with him. It's crazy right now. And right now is when he needs that support that 50's giving him. So 50's trying to save Drake. I don't really understand the whole thing, but I think he could really just connected with him, he rocks with him, and he wants to genuinely help him get past this. Anybody that's saying Drake did not lose is insane. or you're a Drake stan. There's nobody that's neutral that's watched that battle that's saying Drake did not lose. So even Drake know he lost. Drake has moved on. And I'm gonna do a whole nother video about Lil Yachty saying Drake is unbothered. We know that ain't true. But let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. Make sure you hit your boy up with the cash apps. This allows me to keep doing what I do. You find the videos interesting, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell. Head on over to CLBMG. Make sure you check us out every Wednesday night on The What Show. The What Show has multiple platforms on multiple social media outlets. Make sure you find us, subscribe to us, watch the clips, comment. Let me know what you think. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip pace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.